Hey everybody, welcome back. I am so thrilled to announce that we have made the 250 subscriber mark. So with this video, I am doing a giveaway. We are giving away a #1 Me You Love in the Dark Jenny Frison store variant exclusive. I'm very excited to give this one out. This was one of my favorite stories of last year. It's written by Scotty Young, drawn by Jorge Corona, and I mean the gorgeous Jenny Frison cover is just that extra touch to it, which I just absolutely love. If you haven't read this series, this is a great point for you to jump on. It's only 5 issues, and all you gotta do for the giveaway is just like the video and comment down below what you're picking up this week. All entries will be justified, and they will be announced next week, the winner, on the next video. So really glad we're gonna do that. I'll be doing more giveaways as our subscribers increases, so please keep subscribing and like the videos. I'm loving all the love. So let's dive in to my comic pickups for this week, May 18th, 2022. Starting with A Town Called Terror, #2. So this is a Steve Niles comic. Steve Niles, if you're not familiar, he's known for doing lots of horror comics like 30 Days of Night. And honestly, the first issue was so trippy to me. I kind of know what's going on, but I kind of don't. And I like that feeling. I like having unanswered questions because it makes me want to read the comic even more. So I'm really excited to find out more about the main character, Henry. It seems like we're going to be put into his childhood home and how that really affects him. What his parents did to him, I'm not too sure. So things are just going to start unraveling. Plus, what happens with his wife? What is she going to do? How is she going to go and confront people about this? So really looking forward to this. I really enjoyed the art, and I really liked the color play on it. It's mainly just black, white, and red, and it's just really dark and grim, and I just find that really interesting. So can't wait for that this week. Alice Ever After #2 releases this week as well, and man, there is a gorgeous Adam Hughes cover. I know everybody's dying to get their hands on that one. I thought the first issue was kind of interesting. You know, Alice is having her own problems back at home. She's having a confusion on where she wants to go, whether she wants to be in Wonderland or here, and she's kind of put herself into almost like a drug addict state where she's like forced, or she really wants to go to Wonderland, and in doing so lots of stuff unravels, and you find out essentially at the end of the last issue that she's in this asylum, this insane asylum of Wonderland. How that is going to play out, what the Queen of Hearts is going to do. Plus, we haven't seen the Cheshire Cat, so you know that fool's somewhere around here. So yeah, I am very interested to see how this plays out. I was intrigued by the first issue. It wasn't like a wow for me, but I am really interested. Plus, I mean, how could I not pick up that Adam Hughes? I mean, it's gorgeous. Also, Batman Superman World's Finest #3 releases this week. I've been having a lot of fun with Batman Superman. I think it's just a really fun issue. Mark Waid's doing a really great job having that connection between Bruce and Clark, so I found that great. The art itself, Dan Mora's killing it. But this issue in particular looks like it's going to focus more on Robin and Supergirl and them going back in time to China in the 1600 BC era. So interested to see how that happens. But we're still going to have your Superman and Batman team up, but they're gonna be fighting a new villain in this called Devil Nezha. So interested to see how that's gonna play out. Yeah, love that Robin and Supergirl are gonna get their own part in this toy too, because you know they're sometimes just as important as Batman and Superman. They're the sidekicks, so it's really fun. Batman the Knight #5 releases this week as well. Chip Zdarsky, he's going to be on the ongoing Batman run soon, so I'm really getting a feel for his Batman style, and I've really been liking this. I like learning where young Bruce Wayne has gone and trained, and in this issue, it looks like he's going to be going to Moscow to search for Avery Obolensky's, the world's most famous expert in disguise and espionage. So we're going to find that interesting part of young Bruce Wayne's life and how he really got into espionage. So really looking forward to that. Black Hammer Reborn number 12. This is the last issue of the Black Hammer Reborn storyline, and I did really enjoy this one, but it was not my favorite, so I am kind of happy we're going to get moving on to something different. But we're really going to see these worlds collide and what's really going to happen with them, how they're all going to intertwine. Will we just have this mess of a Secret Wars, or what's really going to happen with Black Hammer? So I'm excited to see how this ends, and excited to see more Black Hammer from the future. Catwoman number 43 releases this week as well, and this looks like a really great issue. It looks like it's going to be girls' night with Catwoman and Harley Quinn. Looks like they're going to the roller skating rink, which just looks like a really fun time, honestly. And man, there are some great covers to this as well. I've really been enjoying this run, and hopefully this issue is just a kind of in-between issue that's just a really fun interaction between Harley and Catwoman. Sometimes their interactions are just so funny and great, so can't wait to see that. We also have Elektra Black, White, and Blood number 4 releasing this week. So many Black, White, and Bloods, I think, they're becoming a little too much, but this one I am pretty excited for. We have Matthew Rosenberg, we have Peach Momoko, and we have Kevin Eastman, so it seems like a really interesting take on these people. I really like the covers, and hopefully, you know, Elektra just kills it in this last issue. I really, really hope these do well. They're kind of like annuals to me, where it's like one and done, and like sometimes, yeah, they like stick with me, but most of the time I just forget about them. So yeah, I really would like a own Elektra title, so hopefully that happens soon. Fables number 151 releases this week as well, and although I am so ashamed that I have not read Fables before, I am picking this one up. It is a really big deal to a lot of people. I've had a lot of poll customers ask me about this comic, and it seems like they're going to start off with a 12-issue story, and then maybe to see after that if it really sells really well, maybe they'll increase the amount. But it really sounds interesting. I love fantasy lore. Those are some of my favorites. I love horror and fantasy. Those are like my two. So I am honestly surprised I've never read this. But I am really looking forward to this. I love the different tales, and this one seems to be based on, you know, Cinderella, Geppetto, Jack and the Beanstalk. So it honestly just seems like a really fun tale, which I honestly am all about all the time. So yeah, it's going to be this 20th anniversary as well. So it's a kind of big deal for Fables fans, especially since it's coming back after such a long hiatus. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to check that one out as well. House of Slaughter number 6 releases this week. Oh man, I think this issue is gonna be great. I think this issue is gonna be so good. I'm really excited to find out more about different colored masks, and this one focuses around Edwin Slaughter. He is a part of the Scarlet Masks, and it looks like he's the secret bookkeeper of the Order of the St. George. So he seems to know a lot, and that means we're gonna get answers finally. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he intertwines with this. We do have a half new writer because there's still James Tynion, but we're also introducing Sam Johns as well. So really looking forward to this. I am really excited to find out more about different colored masks, because those just seem like I don't get enough information on. So yeah, this should be a great issue. I Hate This Place number 1 comes out this week as well. There's also an additional cover of this comic that says "Fuck This Place," and honestly, that's how I got into I Hate Fairyland, is because I saw it being "Fuck Fairyland," and I was like, what is this? This intrigues me. So this honestly sounds kind of interesting. It's for fans of Gideon Falls and Homesick Pilots, and it's written by Kyle Starks and drawn by Toplin. They basically inherit a farmhouse, and Trudy and Gabby are ready to start the next chapter. However, the home already has attracted ghosts, aliens, and all kinds of supernatural beings for decades. So now they must play by these house rules in order to survive and live amongst all these frightening creatures. So I really like Kyle Stark's both Assassination Nation and the 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, so I'm really excited how he writes this out. It is a different artist. It's the artist from Ice Cream Man Presents the Quarantine comic special, so Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this. Although the story sounds simple in itself, sometimes, the characters can really intrigue me, and it just sounds like a really fun time. So I really hope this does well. Most Image comics really pique my interest, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Immortal XMen number 2 also releases this week, another Kieran Gillen comic, and it looks like we're focusing again more on the council, but we're also seeing what Selene has in store. We saw her at the end of the last issue, and we weren't quite sold on what her plan is. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this does. Magneto leaving the council is surprising and not surprising to me. I feel like he's just always wanted to do his own thing, and leaving the council, helps Professor X get another person in on his side. So it just, yeah. I mean, I like this one because I do like the whole politics of the X-Men. I think that's really interesting, and I like how they intertwine with everything, but I need something a little bit more. I really like the Mr. Sinister of it all, so I hope we get more of that, because that seems really cool and interesting. And yeah, hopefully the grand plan and amongst everything really comes to play. I'm also picking up Iron Fist number 3, and I'm really surprised how much I'm liking this. I really thought I was like, oh man, they're just throwing Danny Rand away, but no, they're really embracing this new Iron Fist, and I really enjoy him. I really, like I said, was surprised. I thought Sword Master, he didn't even interest me the first time. Why is he going to interest me as Iron Fist? But I've really been liking this, so I'm glad I continued picking this up, and we're going to be in the middle of the series now, so excited to see where things go. Joe Hill Reign number 5 releases this week. This is the last one, the mini-series finale, and I have really enjoyed this ride. I think every time we have to say a sad goodbye, it's usually because it's such a great comic, and this one still, I feel like it's going to be even sadder because Honeysuckle is really going to have to let go of Yolanda, her girlfriend, that passed away by these horrific ways, and it just seems like the realization of everything's going to be settling in this issue, and yeah, it's a lot. I mean, this one I really got in deep with, and I've really enjoyed it throughout. I love the artist, Zoe Thorogood. I thought she was fantastic. So I'm excited to see what else she has in store for us in future comics. So, Keen Spawn number 10 releases. Wow, 10 issues of Keen Spawn already. It seems like just yesterday number 1 came out. But this comic, it seems to be doing a lot with the throne that Spawn will be on, and who will be the one to kill Spawn. Doubt it. I feel like, spoiler alert, Spawn's not gonna die. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this reacts. Maybe Spawn would destroy the throne. Maybe, something's gonna happen that. Not too sure how he's gonna interact with this kid that's supposed to be the one to kill him. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how Al Simmons deals with his problems. Lego Ninjago Garamon number 2 comes out this week as well, and I really enjoyed issue 1. I thought it was so funny, and so it kept the humor of Legos. I play lots of Lego games, I've seen Lego movies, and they really kept that humor in the comic, which was what I was most nervous about, but it really worked well, and I am so excited to see what happens in this one. I know it's meant to be for, all ages, but it's just a really fun comic. Nightwing number 92 releases, and man, it looks like Nightwing is in store for a war himself. It seems like it's really gonna put himself up against his half-sister as well as Blockbuster, and it just seems like a Bloodhaven mess. So yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm excited to see how Nightwing and Oracle and Bitewing all end up teaming up and defeating this war for themselves. So it should be a really fun time. For my pick of the week, it's going to be going to Savage Avengers number 1. I know some of you might be really surprised, but David Pepose, the writer, a really good friend of mine, and I love his work. If you have not read any of his work before, I highly recommend Spencer and Locke. If you can't seem to find Spencer and Locke, there's also Going to the Chapel, which is another great story. And he also does a Kickstarter for a comic called The Oz, which is a crazy interpretation of The Wizard of Oz. So he takes really fan favorite ideas and he is able to make it his own and make it so unique and different. Spencer and Locke is the first introduction I got with him, and it's really Calvin and Hobbes, but if they grew up. And it is unlike anything else. It was published by a really small company, and man, he just blew up over time. People saw real potential in him, and I mean, with good reasoning, because he is fantastic. And now he is finally on a Marvel comic, and I'm so thrilled for him. I'm incredibly happy, and I'm going to sponsor the crap out of this comic because this should be a really great Marvel comic. It's got a brand new team of brand new Savage Avengers. It includes Conan, and it includes, Elektra, Daredevil. It includes all of these really cool characters, Weapon H. So really looking forward to seeing what he does with these characters, how they interact, and what's going to be the big bad in this. So I cannot wait, and you should definitely pick this comic up. Shadow War Zone #1 releases as well. It is a one-shot, and it's going to continue the Shadow War storyline. So lots of things are happening, and lots of things are revealing themselves, but we still don't know who's in that Deathstroke suit. So, really looking forward to seeing how Talia al Ghul deals with everything that's happened. Also, really looking forward to what happens with Deathstroke, because he had a really sad loss in the last issue. So, yeah, I'm seeing, what's happening. It also looks like Luke Fox is missing. Where's he at? What is happening? So, yeah, maybe maybe Black Canary's gonna come in and save the day. Lots of things, like I said, are happening in this, but I'm on it for the ride. So, looking forward to that. Spider-Punk #2 releases as well, and I had a really fun time with issue #1. I thought it was very punk, very Spider-Man, and, I really liked the character designs. I liked Captain Anarchy. I thought he was pretty cool, and now we're really going to dive into their world's Taskmaster, so super looking forward to that. I love Taskmaster, and he looks so crazy. There's some incredible covers on this issue as well, and yeah, what's going to happen with Norman Osborn? We got a little dash of him in issue #1, so maybe in issue #2 we're going to find out a little bit more. Thor #25 releases. This is part 2 of the Banner of War storyline. So if you get Thor or Hulk, you definitely want to pick up this issue. It's going to tie into both of those. And yeah, I mean, it's just continuing that epic rivalry that everyone knows and loves of Thor versus Hulk. So yeah, hopefully this is a really fun event. I know Donny Cates definitely knows what he's doing with both these characters. So it should be a really interesting storyline. Walking Dead Deluxe #39 comes out as well, and if you know me, I've really been enjoying this deluxe version of Walking Dead, this beautiful colored rendition. So it looks like in this issue, Lori is going to be having the baby, so I am so nervous for her. It kind of reminds me of a Quiet Place when she gives birth in this world and she can't scream or anything. I'm like, oh jeez, are the zombies going to come and try to kill everyone? So yeah, it's a really fun storyline. If you've never read The Walking Dead, I highly recommend picking it up in the colored version. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Robert Kirkman, always killing it. Wolverine #21 releases, and we're having a really fun time with Wolverine and Deadpool. The last issue really brought out the relationship and why Deadpool is not really allowed in Krakoa. So yeah, maybe hopefully more will unravel with that. Hopefully Deadpool finally gets accepted by the X-Men, because that is just fucked up. He's still a mutant. I mean, come on. But yeah, no, love Wolverine, love Benjamin Percy, and so yeah, really looking forward to this. Excellent number 3 comes out as well. Peter Milligan and Mike Aldred, Laura Aldred at their finest. I think Excellent is not only probably the best X-Men storyline right now, but it's so self-contained and so alone and by itself that's just so nice to read it, because other X-Men stories, they just all intertwine and it's kind of confusing at times if you're not reading, you know, this one or that one and you don't know what's happening with that character. So the fact that Excellent is so just like self-wrapped up in its own story just really is cool. The art, fantastic, and I love the characters. I think Dupe is the best, so I can't wait to read more about that. And last but not least, I have X-Men Red number 2. Like I said, with the X-Men storylines, you know, this one deals with more of Storm and on Mars and life on Mars that the X-Men are living. So hopefully we get a solution to that in Arco. So yeah, maybe it looks like Robert DaCosta is going to be in it, and he's a really fun character. So yeah, I mean, there's this brand new world that the X-Men have, and we haven't really dove into it, so this comic really does that. And that's going to be it for me. These are all the comics I'm picking up, but there's many more coming out this Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. Be sure to make those comments down below so that you can qualify for our giveaway. I'm really, really excited to give this away, and I'm really excited that all of you guys have decided to subscribe to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.